That got us.
So everyone have a good Christmas so far?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're
No.
Alexis apparently is not. No.
we're just contending with an active toddler.
Yeah.
We're trying here, bring him up here so we can see
I'm
everyone.
trying, and he's like,
We've got active dogs. They had Christmas this
Yeah, we took him to the park. Oh, stop it.
look.
Who was crying?
Hi, stop being a Grinch.
He gets
Landon
grumpy.
Carter.
Hi, Landon.
Say hi to everyone.
What is
Hi, big
wrong?
Hey, big boy.
Hi.
ball?
The ball?
Hi.
Hi. Okay.
Not all.
Bye.
Peekaboo.
Bye.
I remember I remembered having two grumpy children Christmas Eve that were whiny and bitchy, and they were fighting the whole time.
Probably. Yep.
And so I said, "Okay, here we go. We're going to go for a sleigh ride." And I dumped you on a sleigh and pulled you around the block and ran through the snow, and you got snow drift in your face, and then you fell off the sled. By the time you got back from that, we had hot chocolate, and everyone was happy. How about that?
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Grumpy, bitchy little children. That's right.
Grumpy, bitchy little children.
That's right.
Oh,
They were too excited. Overexcited.
Yeah.
yeah. Too much.
You head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Head,
shoulders,
knees.
and toes.
No, you don't want to do it right now.
Yeah, it's okay.
What are you doing?
Nose.
Picking pick his nose. Yeah, that's it.
Eyes. What's after eyes? You do ears. Ears.
Ears. Good boy.
Mouth.
Yeah, I can't see his face, Patrick. So tilt your camera up a little. There, up. There you go. There's the big boy.
There he is. Yeah.
Playing with our big soccer ball we got. We got a big.
All right, look at him go.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Face.
Face. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing, buddy?
So has everyone had Christmas dinner yet?
We have not. No.
No. My turkey's in the oven.
We're doing beef Wellington.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Show you
that
our
looks
setup.
Awesome.
Actually, your brother made that last year,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
It was amazing.
That was
Oh,
So we have the sous
I'm
vide
jealous.
going.
Oh,
Look at that. Nice job.
So that's been going. I don't
Yeah.
know, all day.
Okay.
Hot. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Right there. And
That'll be
then,
amazing.
yep. Actually, I'll wrap it and bake it.
Then what else are you cooking, Gabriel?
Nice.
What else are we making? Green beans, potatoes, squash.
Okay.
Squash later.
Little squash.
Later in the week.
tons of cookies already.
We have cookies coming out in the wazoo over here.
Okay.
Nice.
You making Grandma Spritz cookies?
Yeah, we do them with we made them. We made like little, just like round ones though.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but you got to make the long ones though.
Like the, yeah, with the press. Yeah, we have
Yes.
that. Mhm.
Yeah, with a press.
Yep.
And they're dipped on the end and then dipped in sprinkles. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a big boy.
What are you doing?
Say hi to
Yeah.
everyone. Tell everyone
A
hi.
big boy.
Say hi.
Look at that grown-up boy.
There he is. There
Oh,
he
we're
is.
just gonna touch.
Oh, there he goes.
Big boy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. That's just like, no, Daddy.
Daddy's teaching you wrestling moves, Landon.
That's right.
Mhm.
Right now, I think Daddy could pin you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Daddy wins
in a
most.
few
Daddy
years.
wins most fights in this
Yeah, I'm
house.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
For now.
For now.
Yep.
How was your
Oh.
chicken wing delivery?
Yeah.
Sorry.
How was your chicken wing delivery?
Oh, it was great. It's on. Yeah, we posted on Facebook. So
Oh, cool. I'll have to look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Rich is a client. I really like him. It's a cool little place. Where the Raisin Rack is in Westerville, where it used to be the Big Bear grocery store
Yeah.
on Schrock and Cleveland.
Yeah.
He's right on the corner there, and he makes
Oh, no way. Yeah.
he makes the best burgers and wings. And so today he cooked up like a whole case of wings, which is like 225 wings,
Nice.
and cooked those up and then tossed them. And he had buffalo, spicy garlic parm, and barbecue.
That sounds good.
And we delivered those to Westerville Police, which is pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's a nice thing. Nice thing to do. And he's having a good fourth quarter.
Good for him.
Great. So, and a lot of there are restaurants that are closing up here in Westerville. Not in Westerville, but also Columbus. So
Yeah.
Oh wow.
he's going the opposite.
Good on him. That's great.
We actually doubled his volume in November from where he was in September. So
Wow.
we started working in October, and we'll probably triple that in January with everything
Wow.
we do. So. And
That's
he's not selling any beer at all, by the way. So this is all just food sales.
Wow.
Took out your underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
But it was really nice. Really nice. And it was just a nice thing to do. It delayed our dinner here, but that's okay. You know?
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he does like delivery stuff? Like carry
He's,
out?
he's not doing Grubhub or anybody right now because he had a bad experience with some people.
Sure.
So people are driving to him for carry out. He doesn't have a big dining area at all.
Sure.
But there's like 38,000 people in Westerville, and he's a stone's throw from Worthington and Gahanna.
Yep.
And probably worth a drive if you're in New Albany to go over there and get his stuff because it's that good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
Good for him.
And he's just all strictly carry out. But you come to his place, and they'll do curbside into your car.
That's
Nice.
great. Yeah.
He's got a few dine-in tables, but he's got to space them out. He doesn't have a big dine-in area at all.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So he's well situated compared to other restaurants that have
Yeah. I'm
dining
sure.
areas, and they've got a decent front of house.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
So,
That's awesome. Good for him.
yeah. So that's good. So what's So let me ask a question. So what's a memory of a Christmas tradition, a ritual that you remember?
Well, I was up this morning. I had to go to work this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And I was standing out in the yard this morning, maybe about 7 with dogs, and I thought, my God, how did Pat get us up this early every Christmas? And he would be up earlier than this, go down the stairs and go look at stuff, and then
Well,
come back up.
he'd come into our bedroom at 5 a.m. and say, "Mom, Dad, Santa Claus." No, Pat, go to bed.
He's getting it back because
Yeah.
Landon wakes up at like 6 o'clock every morning now.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
he plays in his room, but yeah,
But he's up.
I just spent an hour last night putting children's furniture together for Christmas this morning. So
yeah,
well,
because he
just
always talked
you
about
wait.
how
Just
he
you
always
wait.
talked about how you guys put together the furniture or whatever
or the
games
toys,
and
like you and
whatever.
Mom would
Toys
put
or
stuff
whatever it
together,
happened to
right?
be, yeah.
So I said, yeah, you got to do it.
There was that, Patrick, there was that one rifle that you had to have that had a sword,
Yeah.
cracked it out of it and everything. And I had bought it, and Christmas Day comes and we open it up, and it doesn't have all the decals and stuff in it. So You know, it was a blind panic, and so I had to drive to the store. Fortunately they were open that day. Got a replacement. Came back, put all the stickers and put it on, so Patrick could run around. And I still have that rifle, by the way. I haven't thrown it away.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
don't know
toy.
if it works, but maybe if it's got a little refurbishment, it might be
It's
worth
like a
it.
light up. It was like a light up rifle that turned into a sword.
Oh, it had made all kinds of different noises, and it had a sword in it that you could pull out, and it made the swing, every time. So pretty funny.
That is funny. Oh.
Yeah. So thank goodness Grandpa would get up with you and watch Christmas Story over and over and over.
Oh,
Yeah,
Highlander.
Highlander.
Patrick trying to get Gabriel out of bed, and Gabe said, "No, leave me alone."
I need to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you always needed to sleep.
I
was
know.
gonna say,
I
Some
still.
things never change.
No, I had to take a little nap this afternoon. I was tired. So
Yeah. Well, I remember, and the reason I ask this is because I was on a Zoom network call.
Mhm.
Somebody asked some of your favorite memories or rituals and things you did around Christmas. And so
No, don't.
I forget what story I told them, but I remember that we always used to put the baby in charge of creating a diversion. So
Hey.
do one of two things: buy Christmas gifts
Yep.
for Barb, or sneak them into the house.
keep them in the house. That's right. Yeah.
And we always put Patrick in charge because he was the baby, and we made him think on his feet. So there was one year he said, "Mom, Dad and Gabriel went to the drugstore," and Barb said, "Oh, why did they go to the drugstore?" And he didn't have an explanation. He didn't think that far ahead. He's kind of looking at that. He didn't know.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't know.
Yeah.
Don't.
He always
Don't start jamming.
I was
buttons.
wrapping presents and I thought about that. About
Yeah.
going into making a diversion.
Well, we would always sneak presents in, and he would create a diversion.
Mm-hmm.
And one year he said, "Mom, the dog's pooped on the floor out here.
He did. Yeah.
Quick!"
Yeah. Well, she did.
Barb would go, "What? What are you talking about? Let me see." And then there would be,
Like, oh, let me look. Yep.
yeah, let me look. And,
Thinking on my feet.
Let me go look.
so he actually got better at it as he got older, but that was kind of the fun part of it, was to let him make up a story so he could sneak stuff in.
He tried. Come on, Cliffy. Come on. How's Marbles?
Yeah.
He's great. He had his stitches out Wednesday.
Good. Mm-hmm.
And they look really good, and he's walking really well. So they said he can go on walks,
Good.
5 to 7 minute walks,
Yeah.
and he's not allowed to jump up on any furniture or go upstairs
Yeah.
or run, but he can go on walks. So he's really progressing really quickly.
Yeah, I bet.
We're just trying to keep his activity down.
Still, yeah.
So we've got a big cage out front here in the front living room that he sleeps in, which he doesn't like because he's not with the rest of us.
Yeah.
But Tammy spends a little time with him before we go to bed,
Mm-hmm.
and then that makes him happy.
That's
We can't take him upstairs because we're just afraid he's going to try and jump, and he's not ready to do that yet.
No.
So
All that hair.
look at that head of hair.
Uh-huh.
It's ready to get cut again.
Yeah,
Dude, you could do a good mohawk with
We got
that.
it. We
you
got
can
it.
do a great mohawk
We
with
got
it.
it trimmed. We got it trimmed like 2 months ago, but
Yeah.
it's ready for another
You
hot
You
cut.
could do a bathtub mohawk with that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Lather it up and then point it in the middle.
Yep.
Then you got to give him a foam. You got to give him a foam beard too.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
That's what I used to do to you kids. So
Yep.
You styling, man.
Mm-hmm. Look at
pretty
him.
good, Landon. That's a big boy.
Mm-hmm. Is he watching
Say
TV?
hi. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
he's
that's
got
why
a-
there's
yeah.
like a glazed over look in his eyes all of a sudden.
And what is it? What's attracts his attention?
We watch other stuff besides Baby Bum now, thankfully. Some shows with like the same concept, but other things are like he loves Thomas the Tank Engine now. So we watch our team the same. I've seen the same 2 seasons of Thomas the Tank Engine. I can pretty much cycle through the same 2 seasons on Netflix like once every 2 weeks. So
Because they're
every
like
2 weeks.
10-minute episodes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I've now seen the same 2 seasons of Thomas the Tank Engine 30 sometimes.
Yeah. When did I let you kids start watching scary movies? I forget.
Young.
know.
We were little kids. At least first or second grade, because I remember writing about like the movie. I don't know, was it like Species when I was like in second or third grade?
Yeah,
Or,
that's good.
what else?
Oh,
Well,
God.
I mean,
Alien movies.
Gabriel. I let Gabe watch Indiana and the Temple of Doom,
I was like,
where they go in and pull the heart out, and Gabe was just. And this is before Patrick, you were born, I think.
Yeah.
And Gabe would just sat and watch that with his mouth out. And that's when Grammy was staying with us
Yeah,
and was horrified. Well, you let that child watch that scary movie.
it's fine.
Grammy.
It's all right, Graham.
I said, Grammy, I forget what excuse I gave. It was something dumb, but
It's fine.
I was just talking about. I always tell Tammy when I see a movie, and I said I let the kids watch that when they were little. Tammy says, I can't believe you let them do that.
South Park was definitely.
And South Park, you guys snuck on your own.
It was a good triumph for us.
And I know. Well, talking me into the movie.
Limit swear words, please. Our son is now a parrot. He will repeat.
Yep. No, we're not going to repeat that opening number.
No, we're not going to.
I think we all know what the opening number is.
That's when I knew.
So we're trying to be very careful.
And they were the only kids. They were the only kids in there.
We were.
Talked me into that.
We were. Oh,
that's bad.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. So, whoops.
It's our favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I told them just something really simple. Like I said, well,
it's fine.
You get in the car and we drive around and look at Christmas tree lights, people's houses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Patrick would always say, "Ooh, look at that, Dad! Good gimpus. Oh, that's good gimpus."
Yeah. It's a good gimpus.
Yeah, we did driving Christmas lights this year. It was like a big attraction that you can like a guy's huge house. He decorates it and then he opens it up and you can drive around.
Yeah.
His property. He's got like a little turnaround loop in there, and it's like a lot of cars come.
Well, there's a place that's a campground just kind of up by Alum Creek that they decorate and you can drive through, and it's pretty long. It's got a lot of lights. You just stay in your car and
that's nice.
All the Christmas tree lights.
Don't put your feet on the computer.
One year, my parents keep up the illusion of Santa. During midnight mass, they had my grandparents come over and put out all the presents from Santa. So they were with us. So we were like,
yeah,
yeah,
that's really good. Yeah.
How is this happening?
It really is Santa.
Although, like,
really is.
Oh man,
Dad's house.
Yeah.
They leave it all unlocked though, like
not the door.
But you know what I mean, like
it was awesome. It was really good.
That's really good.
Yeah, next year we're gonna start like Elf on the Shelf and stuff like that.
Oh, well, Grandpa's got some Elf on the Shelves here on his screen.
That's right.
Over there.
Right
there.
Yep.
We're ready this year, but definitely Christmas morning there was more
Santa Claus.
What does Santa say?
What does Santa say?
Oh.
Say,
oh. Hello, Landon.
He'll only say it twice. He'll go.
You don't have Willie in your background there, Dan.
Willie
from Bad Santa.
Santa. My gosh. I could probably find his image somewhere.
You probably can.
I probably could, but
I read something about that film the other day that he actually he was very drunk during that film, and
no, really,
lets himself. He genuinely wet
I
himself.
believe it.
He just they said, like, remember when he comes up the escalator, and he just like, and he's like a mess. He was really drunk. Like,
oh my
at
gosh.
that moment. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's genuine.
Okay. Well, since we're recording this, how about a story?
Yeah.
For Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa reads a story.
Yeah.
And I'll put this on the YouTube channel, and then we have it forever. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
And this is one I think that you probably know. Look at that, how that bleeds into the virtual, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm-lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas, it's practically here. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming. For tomorrow, he knew. All the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys. And then, oh, the noise, 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 noise. That's one thing he hated. The noise, 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 noise. Look at all them. Oh, they're making such noise. Oh, my goodness. Then the Who's, young and old, would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast, 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 feast. They would feast on Who pudding and rare Who roast beast, which was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. And then they'd do something he liked least of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the Who's would start singing. They'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing, 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 sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I've put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how? Then he got an idea, an awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do, the Grinch laughed in his throat. And he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And he chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I look just like St. Nick. All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around. But since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No. The Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max. And he took some red thread and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, get up. The sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All the windows were dark, quiet snow filled the air. All the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square, this was stop number 1, the old Grinchy Claus hissed, and he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a moment or two, then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where the little Who stockings all hung in a row. These stockings, he grinned, are the first things to go. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums. And he stuffed them in bags, and the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimbley. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out the icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took our last can of Who hash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. And the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove. Then he heard a small sound, like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast and he saw a small Who. Little Cindy Lou Who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter who got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why? But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick. Why? My sweet little tot, the fake Santa Claus lied. There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there. Then I'll bring it back here. And his fib fooled the child. Then he patted her head. And he got her a drink and he sent her to bed. And then Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup. He went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. Then the last thing he took was a log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was not even too small. That was even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses. It was 15:15, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze, when he packed the sled. Packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags, and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it. Pooh, pooh to the Who's, he was grinchiously humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two, and the Who's down in Whoville will all cry boo-hoo. That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook when he saw a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came somehow or other. It came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, didn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. The end. Thank you so much. So Christmas isn't about presents.
No.
Ooh. Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
You got Dee Dee.
Yeah, we got a dog in here.
You got a DD? That's good.
We're working on our. We're doing like kind of like a tapas type dinner this year. We decided we didn't want to do like a turkey or a ham, so we've got meatballs downstairs. Daniel's downstairs working on wontons and taco cups.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Then we've got shrimp cocktail and some other stuff, but yeah, we'll be able to eat around 9:00 tonight. We're very meticulous with cooking and directions. So
that's all right. That's a good thing.
He's thorough.
That sounds great. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, I should get back to cooking my meal.
Same.
Yeah.
Yep.
Us too.
Merry
Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, guys.
I love you all, and next year we'll be able to see each other live.
Yes.
That will happen.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Bleach. Everyone just sip your bleach.
Grandpa has his medicine that he's drinking.
Right.
Yeah, I had one of those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got real quick. I got the Sega Genesis Mini this year. Daniel.
Oh,
and I
you
were
did.
playing.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, it doesn't play the original cartridges, so I was trying to put in that copy you got me,
Yeah.
and it won't play the old cartridges.
That's weird.
I hadn't been able to find those like right input cords that convert over to HDMI or whatever from like the old Genesis.
Mhm.
So yeah, but this one had like Daniel and I were playing like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 earlier. Showing them how to play. We were playing 2-player Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Next time you visit, we'll have some nostalgia time with
That's
Sega
awesome.
Okay.
Genesis.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's awesome.
Somewhere on a DVD, I have that moment when you guys discovered that.
Alexis has seen it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Alexis has seen it. It's
I
pretty
You
love
good.
guys like flipped out.
Yeah. We
Oh
did.
my God.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
Yeah. That
That's
was
good.
Awesome.
That's a good one.
That's really good.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
All right. Love you all.
Guys, have a good rest of your Christmas.
You too.
Oh.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.